Oh,
Yep.
all right. Good evening. Welcome, everyone, to the Township of Cedar Grove Public Council meeting of February 6, 2023. Can I have roll call, please?
Yes, Councilwoman Scabbage,
Here.
Councilman Tanella,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Peterson,
Here.
Mayor Misery.
Here. Please stand for the flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, item 2A.
Did you read the open public meeting statement?
Second. Under agenda item 2A, there's a
Mayor,
discussion.
did you read the open public meeting
Oh, I'm
statement?
sorry, thank you. Thank you, Township Manager. Open public meeting statement. Adequate notice of this meeting was duly provided to the Verona Cedar Grove Times and the Star Ledger by email and published in the annual schedule of meetings on December 22, 2022, filed with the Township Clerk, posted on the Public Bulletin Board in the Municipal Building Lobby in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Thank you. 2A. Under agenda item 2A, there's a discussion regarding a vacancy for the council. According to the municipal vacancy law, the vacancy was created by Deputy Mayor Zakelli's resignation, which will be filled at the municipal election on May 9th. The council has the authority to fill the vacancy until the May election by appointment within 30 days of said vacancy. Notices requesting volunteers to fill the vacancy temporarily were published in an official newspaper and posted on our website. The council received letters of interest and resumes, and interviews were held. To that end, the council has made its decision, and I am going to ask if there is a motion on this item.
Mayor, I would like to make a motion to appoint John Zazali as our councilperson.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second, Mayor.
Okay. All right. Mr. John Zazali is an attorney. He has an office in Nutley, New Jersey. He's resided in Cedar Grove since 2004. He's been on the planning board since 2010. He's currently the chairperson of the planning board. He and his wife have four children together, and they live in this community, obviously. And the council has decided to proceed. There's a motion, there's a second. Can I have roll call, please?
Councilwoman Scabbage,
Yes.
Councilman Tanella,
I need to abstain. I was absent from the meeting.
Deputy Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
Mayor Misery.
Yes. All right. I know that the agenda has the swearing in happening now, but Mr. Zazali, I know you weren't prepared. The decision was made tonight. I don't know if you want to have your family here for that. We could move that to the item 10 on the agenda after the approval of bills. Okay. So, Madam Clerk, we're going to move that to item, let's call it 10. We'll do approval of bills as 10A, and then we'll do the swearing in as 10B.
Thank you.
And before we move on to the next item on the agenda, I just wanted to say for the record, you know, the township is made up of volunteers, and we've had, we had some interested members that put their names in, and they took a chance, and qualified individuals, and we appreciate that they had also applied for this position. And, and during the interview process, I know that all three members that were interviewed had indicated that they were interested in other vacancies in the township. And these people were certainly exactly what we need in Cedar Grove. This is, we are made up of volunteers, and we appreciate that. And, and it's something that the council and obviously the township needs in order to function properly. So we appreciate everybody that applied for this position. Next item, we have the administration of oath to the deputy mayor, Kerry Peterson. Who's taking the oath? Okay, great. I'm talking since 10 o'clock this morning. Dying here.
So I've had the pleasure of serving with Kerry on the council, and I have the pleasure of working with her in my new capacity. And I would say, I said it before, there is no one with a heart like Kerry Peterson. She cares, she's a nurse. Every day, when I speak with her early in the morning, it's so evident that the township is at the forefront of her interests. And I am so grateful to have you on the council, and I know the residents are equally as grateful. So with that, it is my honor to swear you in and pop the Bible.
Sorry, brought my pen, I don't know why. Sure. Thank
Repeat
you.
after me. I, Kerry Peterson,
I, Carrie Peterson,
do sincerely profess
do sincerely
and
profess
swear
and swear
that I do and
that I do and
will bear
will bear
true faith and allegiance
true faith and allegiance
to the government established in this state
to the government established in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of
and
America
the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of
perform all the duties of
the office of
the office of
Deputy Mayor of the Township of Cedar Grove,
Deputy Mayor of the Township of Cedar Grove,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Pop. Okay. Thank you all. Thanks to everyone who is here this evening. Thank you to my father-in-law for holding the Bible, my mother-in-law who are always here to support me. I just look forward to serving again. This will be my second term as deputy mayor with my council colleagues who I admire, and it's a joy and a privilege to work with you guys all the time. And especially now with Mr. Zakelli and his new role, I look forward to continuing to work with you. And just thank you to all the residents of Cedar Grove. Thank you for your support, and it's really my privilege, pleasure, and honor to serve the residents of Cedar Grove, and I hope you know I do so with all of your best interests in my heart. So thank you all very much.
So there's a lot of firsts for me as mayor this year. I've been saying it all year. We have a new town manager, new clerk, new CFO, and I don't know the last time that a mayor has had two deputy mayors during their term. So it's been a great year. Obviously, I had the pleasure of working with Joe as deputy mayor, and I look forward to continuing to work with Mr. Zakelli as our town manager. And for our new deputy mayor, Kerry Peterson, your passion for the town is unmatched on this council. And your ideas and working with you has been a great run for me the last 4 years. So I'm really enjoying the opportunity to have you as deputy. So thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
And I'll look in my calendar and see which meeting, which meeting that I could take off. I'm kidding. All right. Item 3. Approval of minutes. To consider approval of minutes of regular public meeting, January 9, 2023. Is there a motion?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Mayor.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Scabbage.
Yes.
Councilman Tinello. Deputy Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
Mayor Misery.
Yes. Item 4, 4A.
You
have extra water?
Yes. Keep going.
Yeah. 4A, to consider adoption of Public Ordinance 23-903, an ordinance amending Chapter 52 of the Code of the Township of Cedar Grove entitled Personnel in order to revise official holidays observed by the Township of Cedar Grove. Is there a motion?
Mayor, I believe you have
Oh, this one we have to open to the public?
Yes.
So, seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved, Mayor. Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second, please.
Do you want me to read?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got it. Mayor, I move for the adoption of pending ordinance number 23-903 to be published in the Verona Cedar Grove Times as a passed ordinance to take effect as prescribed by law.
Second, Mayor.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Scabbage.
Yes.
Councilman Tinello.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
Mayor Misery.
Yes, thank you. Item 4B. To consider adoption of pending ordinance 23-904, Verona Cedar Grove Joint Flood Control Advisory Board. I'm going to open this to the public. Anybody wishing to be heard on this item? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting.
No, Mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry, come right up. I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
Hi, Felix Luisi, 46 Portland East Road. I've actually been looking online on the township website to see if there's any applications to apply to be on the board. I haven't seen anything yet. I don't want to miss anything. Any updates or?
Yeah, so we do have a bunch of vacancies that are coming up that we've discussed are going to be presented at the next public meeting. And certainly, we haven't adopted the ordinance. Tonight is the night that we're hoping to adopt it. And we will be moving forward to filling the roles pursuant to the ordinance.
Do you think the application may go up, I guess?
They'll go up at
Next
the,
meeting?
is that what's going to happen, Mr.
Through
Kelly?
you, Mayor, I would imagine that once the council receives all the vacancies for the other boards, this one will have a vacancy, and all will be posted for residents to submit their letters of interest to, probably the clerk. All right, and it'll be posted on Facebook and on the website when the vacancies are created.
Great,
Yep.
thank you.
You're interested in it, sir?
Yes.
And let us take your, would you mind, I don't want to put it on the record, would you give your email later to the clerk so she has it in the event that you miss it? Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have a pen?
I'm sorry.
All right, well, we're getting that. Anybody else from the public? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. Is there a motion?
Mayor, I move for the adoption of pending ordinance 23904 to be published in the Verona Cedar Grove Times as a passed ordinance to take effect as prescribed by law.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion on this? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Scabbage.
Yes.
Councilman Tinello.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
Mayor Misery.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item 5, rejection of bid. To consider resolution rejecting bid for the furnishing and delivery of stone material. Mr. Zakeli, can you?
Yes, Mayor. When you bid for public contracts, there are certain elements required as part of the bid that are deemed material and non-waivable. One of the items in this bid was missing, and it was a material defect, which automatically requires rebidding.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Scabbage.
Yes.
Councilman Tinello.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 6, the meeting is open to the residents on the township wishing to be heard on any item on the agenda. Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. Moving on to 7, reports of township officials. 7A, Township Manager. Mr. Zakelli, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor. How are you?
Good, how are you?
A few brief items to report on. As the council is aware, there are 2 recommendations from the Rec Advisory Board in the packet. One was to continue with CSW Catering. That's a contract that we entered into last year with the option to renew this year. That's the recommendation of Marisa Landolfi. The other was with regard to pool rates. It's proposed by the Rec Board not to raise rates for residents, but there will be an increase for non-resident family passes. But for residents, the rates are proposed to stay the same. The council can make a recommendation tonight or discuss it in staff, whatever the council's pleasure is.
Mayor, if I might, I
Yes.
have no objection. Actually, I'm in favor of both of those recommendations. I know Ms. Landolfi was here at our budget hearing and said, actually, last year, for the first time in a while, we've actually it had a tick up in the pool, which was good. So keeping the rates for the residents sounds like a great idea, and with the slight increase for out-of-town residents.
Correct.
Yeah, so I think I think we should adopt both recommendations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Next, as we were aware, last week we had our first round of budget presentations. I anticipate the revenues from the budget will be received later this month or early in March, at which point I'll return to the council to strike a tax rate. We'll marry the appropriations to the revenues, and later I'll discuss the cap bank in the ordinance, and I'll explain what that is when we come to it. The only other items I had were in the packet. I provided 2 memos on the dead tree ordinance and the nursing home ordinance. I think if the council can familiarize themselves with it, we could discuss it at the next staff meeting. That's probably the wisest course.
Great, thank you.
And other than that, Mayor, I just want to say I am so honored to sit here, and this is such a great, my first meeting here as the manager. I'm very excited to sit here for the next 30 years.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it, Mayor.
Great. All right, Township Clerk, Ms. Ford.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. The governor signed legislation requiring owners of businesses and rental units to annually register their certificate of liability insurance within the local municipality. Landlords and business owners are required to maintain a minimum of $500,000 in liability insurance for combined property damage and bodily injury or death that occurs on their property. Owner-occupied 4-family or smaller rental properties are required to carry a minimum of $300,000. Municipality is allowed to charge an administrative rate to maintain those annual certificates. And if it pleases the governing body, I actually recommend that we do not charge.
Now, this is just an administrative rate, right?
Yes.
The service is still the same, the requirements are still the same. This is a new law, is this new?
This is new as of last year, August, but they actually went into effect November 3rd.
Okay. I mean, my position is that we do not charge our business owners. We're trying very hard to promote business in town. I think this is a great opportunity. We didn't charge before, right? This is a new law that allows us to charge now, but I'm certainly in favor of not doing it and helping these businesses on this issue.
I agree, Mayor.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ms. Ford.
Thank you.
All right. Township Attorney?
Good evening, Mayor.
Good evening.
Report.
Okay. Council reports. We'll start to my left. Councilwoman, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor. Thank you. I have no formal report tonight. Just wanted to say welcome officially to your first public meeting, Mr. Zakelli.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure serving with you on the council, and I look forward to what's to come in your new role. Also wanted to congratulate Deputy Mayor Peterson. I met Carrie when you were mayor for the first time, and you inspired me to want to sit up here with you. So congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your new role. And that's it for tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman?
Mayor, yeah, I don't have an official report either, but I want to also welcome Mr. Zakelli in his official role as our town manager. You're going to do a great job, and I hope for everybody in town that you do sit there for the next 30 years. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you now in your role. Congratulations to our newest deputy mayor. I'm glad to see you back in that seat. You did a great job as a deputy mayor before, and you're going to do a great job here. And Just
Thank you.
thank you for your service. And I want to congratulate Mr. Zazali out there on his appointment to the board. Had the pleasure of serving with him on the planning board while he served as the chairman. I think he's going to do an excellent job as the newest member of our council, and looking forward to working with you. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor, I know you spoke earlier, but do you have
Yeah.
anything?
I do not have a report, and also I just want to welcome Mr. Zakelli. I have to say, making the decision like we did for the town manager, I felt was probably one of the most important things that we were going to do, because hopefully the person is going to stay here for 30 years. And I have to say, there's not a lot of decisions in my life that I feel like 100% confident, like not even and I can honestly say with all my heart, I feel 100% confident. I know that we absolutely made the right decision in appointing Mr. Zakelli, and again, I look forward to
Thank
working
you.
with you, and I know you're going to do a great job.
Thank you.
So that's all I have, Mayor.
Great, thank you, Deputy. On that note, I also wanted to take this opportunity to formally congratulate, welcome Mr. Zakelli on this new role. I've had the honor of, what is this, our fourth week with, meeting with the mayor, my office hours, that I have to say that something that we wanted to do, and finally we were able to do it, and Mr. Zakelli has been available. There's been it's been actually a very well-attended, service that we're providing, and I encourage everybody, to take advantage of it. I've met some great residents who have some great ideas and had, made some contributions already. And Mr. Zakelli, we've been, I feel like I could have an office here next to yours, perhaps. I don't know, but.
Easy.
But no, you've been great so far, and, as our deputy mayor said, I am very confident. I know the decision was the right decision, and I know that the next 30 years of service are going to be great for this township, so thank you on that.
Mayor, if I may, your next office hour is 12:30 on Friday.
Thank you. This Friday.
This Friday.
12:30. I wanted to also congratulate John Zazali, our soon-to-be newest member on the council. I've also sat with Mr. Zazali on the planning board this year, and I've gotten to see his leadership as a chairperson. I know that he's going to do very well here. Perhaps he's even more even-tempered than I am, something that I'm told. But no, John's going to do really well as a councilman, and we look forward to working with you. I don't have a formal report, however, I do have an appointment with the consent of the council, and without hearing any objection, I'm going to reappoint Damian, how do you pronounce the last name?
Lauji.
Lauji, we don't want to get that wrong, to the Library Board of Trustees. This is the mayor's appointment, so no vote is necessary, but obviously, I don't think we're going to have any objection from my colleagues here. And let me just see, that's all I have for my report. Okay, moving on. Item 8, consent agenda. 8A, to consider resolution concerning approval of raffle application for the Cedar Grove Elks. 8B, to consider resolution concerning approval of raffle application for ARC of Essex County. C, to consider resolution concerning approval of raffle application for Wayne Council of PTO. And I see that there are, let's see, D, E, and F are the same. I guess they're different applications for the same party, Wayne Council of PTO for D, E, and F. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Mayor.
Thank you. Roll call?
Councilwoman Scabbage?
Yes.
Councilman Tinella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Mayor Masseri?
Yes. Item 9, to consider pending ordinance 23-905, bond ordinance authorizing demolition of existing North End firehouse and construction of new firehouse in and for the Township of Cedar Grove, County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $3,500,000, therefore, and authorizing an issuance of $3,325,000 in bonds and notes to finance part of the cost thereof.
Mayor, I move for the introduction of pending bond ordinance 23905 to be published in full in the Verona Cedar Grove Times as a pending ordinance with a public hearing scheduled for March 6, 2023.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Mayor.
Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor, briefly. This is a very exciting bond ordinance. This is for the reconstruction of the North End Firehouse, much like South End Firehouse was reconstructed a few years ago. This is going to be a new two-bay firehouse for the members. I was with Chief Grasso there last week. They are very excited. I anticipate construction beginning probably in mid-June, and I'm going to try to make sure this gets done as quick as possible for the North End Firehouse. And at that point, the township will be assuming ownership of the building, just like South End is.
Great, thank you. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Councilwoman Miscavige?
Yes.
Councilman Tinella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 9B, to consider pending ordinance 23-906. Ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriations limit and establish a cap bank.
Mayor, I move for the introduction of pending ordinance 23-906 to be published in full in the Verona Cedar Grove Times as a pending ordinance with a public hearing scheduled for March 6th, 2023.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Mayor.
Discussion?
Yes, Mayor. So the cap bank is it's allowed by the Division of Local Government Services, where the municipality is allowed to exceed their appropriation cap and in essence bank whatever the difference is for the next year up to 3 years. So in other words, and I do anticipate us coming in underneath our cap, we can take the difference between what we are capped at and what the appropriations are and apply that to a bank for the next year. Should there be an unforeseen event, we need to tap into that. It's there for the next 3 years. We can aggregate it. We've done this in years prior, and I think establishing the bank, it's like a savings account for the township in the next year.
Thank you. Can I have roll call, please?
Councilwoman Miscavige?
Yes.
Councilman Tinella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 9C, to consider resolution amending the official 2023 official holidays. Is there a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
Any
We
discussion?
practiced that.
Good luck with that, too.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Miscavige?
Yes.
Councilman Tinella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. 9D, to consider resolution concerning 2022 LoSAP for ambulance and rescue squad volunteers.
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you.
Second, Mayor.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call.
Councilwoman Miscavige?
Yes.
Councilman Tinella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. 9E, to consider amended resolution concerning DPW salaries.
I'll make a motion, Mayor.
Thank you.
Second, Mayor.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call.
Councilwoman Miscavige?
Yes.
Councilman Tinella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 9F, to consider resolution authorizing acceptance of a donation from Park Ridge Estates Homeowners Association to Police Department and entry into hold harmless agreement with donor.
I'd like to make a motion, Mayor.
Thank you.
Second, Mayor.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor. This is a very generous donation the police department has received from the Park Ridge Estates Homeowners Association. They're purchasing the software and the equipment for a license plate reader camera. And as discussed during our budget hearing, the township will be purchasing a few of those as well as part of our capital projects for the upcoming year. This is a gift that is being donated to the police department, and they're requesting that the township hold them harmless and indemnify them for any use associated with the camera. I was able to draft the letter reviewed by council, and if the council pleases, I can execute this tomorrow and put the cameras up and running as soon as they get delivered.
How long, what's the time frame?
I was on a call with the chief last Thursday, and we just need to run power to the pole, which should not, because there's an existing power source already there, so we just need to tap into it. Once the cameras get here, I anticipate probably less than 2 weeks, and they'll be up and running.
Great.
And that's going to report back to the police department and other police departments as well, license plate reading, and it's just a very good anti-theft
Excellent.
tool.
Thank you. Can I have a roll call?
Councilwoman Miscavige?
Yes.
Councilman Tinella?
Since I'm part of the association, I'm going to abstain.
Deputy Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 10, approval of bills. 10A.
Be it resolved by the Township of Cedar Grove, County of Essex, New Jersey, that the summary of bills having been duly audited and found to be correct are hereby paid in the aggregated amount of $4,950,923.86.
Is there a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you. Second,
Second.
roll call?
Councilwoman Scavenge?
Yes.
Councilman Tinelli?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 10B, swearing in of Mr. Zazali. John, why don't you come up to the podium? John, have your family come up.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bible, where's the Bible?
Oh, it's right there.
What you doing?
Took it.
Right hand? No. We gotta do it for the camera.
We got him up here, too, it's okay.
We got cameras on this side. All right, repeat after me.
He has to
I
raise
state
his
your
right
name.
hand.
I, John Cedar,
He has to raise his right hand.
Other way.
Raise your right hand.
There you go.
that's easier.
Do sincerely profess and swear
Do sincerely profess and swear
that I do and will
that I do and will
bear true faith
bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the government established
to the government established
in the state
That's all right.
in the state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
justly
justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office
of the office
of council member
of council member
of the Township of
of the
Cedar Grove,
Township of Cedar Grove,
according to the best of my abilities
according to the best of my abilities
and understanding.
and
So help me God.
so help me God.
All right. All right, why don't you come right up to the dais?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
We only have one, right, Dale? Okay. All right. Welcome, council member.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll give you, before we move on, we'll give you an opportunity if you want to say a few words.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank the council, the mayor and the council for selecting me. Sorry. To serve on the council. There's a lot of great leaders who came before me, and it's a big compliment to me to be included in that group. Not that I'm great yet, but I will be someday. But I appreciate your confidence in me, and I appreciate the privilege and the honor to serve the people of Cedar Grove. And I won't talk like this next time. Thank you.
All right. Item 11, the meeting is now open to the residents of the township wishing to be heard on any item on or off the agenda concerning township business. Anyone? No? Ms. Harwick? Got nothing for us tonight? All right. Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Scavenge,
Yes.
Councilman Tinelli.
Yes.
Councilman Zazali,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
Mayor Misery.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
First big vote.